I step out of the car. The air hits me like a solid thing. It is not like any air I have known before. It is heavy. It is hot. It pushes against my skin. There is no welcome here. Only a great, silent power. The sun is not just in the sky. It is everywhere. A presence that feels like it's watching me. A bright white eye looking down on this whole valley. The light is so strong. It makes you feel very small. It makes you feel very exposed, like walking onto a stage you did not prepare for. The ground under my feet is warm, not a gentle warmth. Deep stored heat rising through the soles of my shoes. I can feel it coming up into my legs. Not the heat of a summer day, the heat of an oven, a heat that's been here a very long time. The sound is a deep quiet. I hear my own heartbeat in my ears, a steady drum against the silence. Even the wind feels like a warm breath offering no relief. I take my first few steps. The air moves around me, but it doesn't cool me. It feels like walking through warm water. It wraps around my arms and my neck. My skin starts to tighten right away. A strange feeling. Moisture being pulled right out of you. I can feel the sun on the top of my head, even through my hat. The heat has a weight to it. It presses down on my shoulders. It makes me want to move slower, to be more careful with every step. This place makes you pay attention. You cannot be distracted here. You cannot be thinking about your bills or your to-do list. The heat commands your full focus. It brings you right into this moment. The only thing that matters is your next breath. The only thing that matters is the next sip of water. The light is so bright it erases the edges of things. The distant mountains look like they're made of smoke. The world feels unreal, like a dream you have walked into while still awake. The world here does not sit still. The heat makes everything move. I look out across the valley. The air is alive. It shimmers. It dances. It rises from the ground in waves that you can see. It is like looking through a warped piece of glass. The rocks in the distance seem to tremble. It is a beautiful thing to watch. It is also a little frightening. This shimmering air plays tricks on your eyes. You see water on the road ahead. It looks like a perfect, cool pool. It shines. It glitters in the sun. But as you get closer, it disappears. It was never there. It was just a trick of the light and the heat. It is a mirage. I look at a sign by the side of the road. The metal post seems to glow with its own inner heat. I know if I touched it, it would burn my hand. The heat changes objects. A plastic bottle left on the ground has softened. It has lost its shape. The heat has a power to unmake things. Everything seems to soften under the sun's gaze. The edges of the rocks look less sharp. The lines of the mountains look less defined. It is like the whole world is slowly melting at the edges. The heat is a constant pressure, a constant force that is working on everything. It works on the land, cracking the earth into 1,000 little pieces. It works on the plants, forcing them to turn their leaves inward to save water. And it works on you, making you feel like you are softening too. My body starts to talk to me in a new language. It is the language of heat. Sweat comes quickly, not the gentle sweat of a good workout. It's a sudden rush of moisture, and the air is so dry it disappears almost as soon as it appears. It does not cool me down. It just leaves a thin white line of salt on my skin. My shirt is wet. It sticks to my back, my shoulders. I can feel the fabric clinging to me. I touch the skin on my arm. It is hot. It feels like I have a fever. The sun seems to be pulling the life right out of me. It is a strange feeling to be so aware of your own skin. You can feel where the sun hits directly, and the small places where your clothes offer a little bit of shade. Even the shadows here are warm. I stand in the shadow of a large rock. The heat from the stone warms my back. There is no real escape from it. My breathing changes. I take a breath in. The air is hot and dry. It feels like it is scorching my throat on the way down. My lungs feel tight. I find myself breathing more shallowly. I have to make a conscious effort to take a deep, full breath. Each inhale is a reminder of the environment I am in. It is not an environment that is meant for us. It is a place that we can only visit. We are guests here, and the heat makes sure we do not forget it. Thirst in this place is not just a feeling. It sits in the back of your throat. It makes your tongue feel thick and heavy. My lips are dry, rough, chapped. The air itself seems to be drinking from me. It is a constant quiet drain. The need for water becomes the most important thing in the world. The water is warm, but it does not matter. Each sip is a miracle. I can feel it going down, spreading through my body. A moment of pure relief. It is a small victory against the heat. But the relief does not last long. The heat is relentless. A few minutes after drinking, the thirst starts to creep back in. It is a constant battle, a negotiation. You give it your sweat, and you take back a little life with each sip of water. The taste of things changes. The air has a flat, mineral taste. It tastes like dust and rock. When you breathe through your mouth, you can taste the dryness. The water, even though it is warm, tastes sharp and clean. It tastes like the most delicious thing you have ever had. Your senses become heightened. The simple act of drinking water becomes a profound experience. You appreciate it in a way you never have before. You understand on a deep level that water is life. The sound in Death Valley is different. It is a silence that is full of sound. At first you think it is completely quiet, but then you start to listen more closely. You hear the small things, the tiny click, the buzz of an insect flying past your ear, the soft whisper of the wind as it moves across the sand, the crunch of your own footsteps on the gravel. These small sounds become very loud in the great silence. It is not an empty silence. It is a deep, ancient quiet. It feels like the land is holding its breath. You find yourself becoming quieter too. Conversations become softer. You do not want to disturb the peace. Every now and then, a sound from the outside world will break the quiet. A car will pass on the distant road. The sound of its engine seems strange and out of place. It sounds loud and aggressive. It is a reminder of another world, a world of noise, a world of speed. And then, as the car disappears, the silence rushes back in to fill the space it left. The quiet is always here, waiting. It is the natural state of this place. The noise is just a temporary interruption. This quiet changes how you experience the world. It makes you more aware. You notice things you would normally miss. You notice the way a bird calls out once, a single, clear note, and then is silent again. You notice the sound of a small rock tumbling down a hillside. You notice the sound of your own breathing, the in, the out. The silence forces you to turn inward. It makes you listen to yourself. It is a powerful experience to be alone with your thoughts in such a quiet place. The sun is the ruler of this kingdom. It is not just a star in the sky. It is a force that dictates everything. Its light is not soft or gentle. It is a hard, brilliant light that bleaches the color out of the world. The reds of the rocks become pale. The browns become pale. The sky is a vast, empty blue. The whites are so bright they hurt your eyes, even with sunglasses on. The light is so intense, it feels like it is flattening the landscape. It takes away the shadows and leaves everything exposed. Your shadow becomes a strange companion. In the early morning, it is long and stretched, but as the sun climbs higher, your shadow shrinks. At noon, it is just a small, dark puddle at your feet. It offers no shade, no comfort. You feel the sun directly on top of your head. The sun paints with heat. You can see it rising from asphalt, tracing lines over the face of a large rock. Its signature on everything it touches. The light, the heat. Two parts of the same powerful force. It gives the valley its character, what makes it beautiful, and what makes it dangerous. You learn to live by the sun's clock. You learn to seek shade when it is highest in the sky. You learn to appreciate the long shadows of the late afternoon. The changing light marks the passage of your day. The sunrise is a moment of soft color and gentle warmth. The sunset is a spectacular display of oranges, a spectacular display of purples, as the sun finally relinquishes its power. You watch the sun's journey across the sky with a new kind of respect. You understand that your life in this place depends on understanding its rhythm. In this immense heat and this vast landscape, you feel your own smallness. It is not a bad feeling, it is a humbling feeling. You stand at the bottom of the valley and look up at the mountains, huge and ancient. They have seen the sun rise and set countless times. You are just a tiny speck, a visitor for a few hours. This perspective is a gift. It puts your life and your worries into a different context. The heat makes you aware of your own fragility. You are a body that needs water, that needs shade, that needs to stay cool. You are a delicate machine. The desert reminds you with every hot gust of wind. This awareness is not about fear. It is about respect. It is about understanding your limits. It makes you grateful for the simple things. A sip of water is a treasure. A small patch of shade is a palace. I leave this place with the desert still on me. There is sand in my shoes. There is a fine layer of dust on my skin. The memory of the sun is bright behind my eyes. I carry the feeling of the heat with me. It is a memory stored not just in my mind, but in my body. My skin remembers the dryness. My throat remembers the thirst. I feel changed by this place. It has shown me something about the world and something about myself, the power of nature and the quiet strength it takes to endure. This place strips you down to your essential self. It takes away the noise, the distractions. It leaves you alone with the sun, the earth, and your own heartbeat. It is a challenging experience, but also a beautiful one. It connects you to something much larger than your life. Would you go to a place that makes you so aware of your body and your smallness under the sun?